2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Ready? 10 Lobo. Switch, get it.
Ito Smith, his first carry. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt.
Let's go,
at their own 25-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
We got to step it up.
Throwing now is Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Go.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to let this one go for Latimer. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Ito Smith. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point attempt to come here. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Falcons 14, Bills nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Mixon with a first down carry. Tackle made by Deidre Sinnott.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Here we go. You. Hey, check right. Watch it, you go.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Mike. Check. Middle. Mike. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Kill.
They begin with a run by Smith, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this 3rd down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. From the gun, Costello. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Costello. That's taken in by Callaway. Touchdown, Falcons! Antonio Callaway, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons push further out in front. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one's mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Mixon. Now, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Looking to throw on second down. Allen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley, able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Let's go, D, let's go.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
It's my boy.
Now the try here for the point after. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Here we go. Here we go. Whip, go.
Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Mixon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brown 80. Go on. Hey, eat. Here we go. Hey, check mine. Watch it. Hey, Zoo.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
35 yards that time on the punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Come on. I got double tight. Double tight. Hey, 4 down. Pilot, 64, weak. Check 3. Set go.
They'll try and run 4 with Smith. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They keep it with Smith on first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
A first down carry for Smith. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
On the double.
50. Too little, cut. Strong right.
Hit it.
2nd and 6. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Hey, high 7.
Hey, Mike's 50. I'm here all day. Mike's 50.
From the gun, Costello. And that is incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
319!
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
Mike.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tack McKinley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get him down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember when playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Ready? 90, Wolf. What? Squeeze. Check. Press now.
They'll run on 1st down. Smith. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
2nd and 3. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. They find some open field here. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
We got this.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now on 2nd and 13, Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tack McKinley getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
18 Gator.
It's just me and you.
Smith. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, with that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
You don't know no better.
To throw on 2nd down, Costello. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free.
61, matchbox lights.
You go tight.
Fire.
On 3rd down, Smith. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Team 6.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Get it.
On 1st and 10, Costello. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the gun on 3rd down, Costello. It's caught. Jones. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
60 outlaw.
Let's go.
Smith trying to run for it, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Once again, they run with Mixon, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Who that?
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run with Mixon. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
General West.
Kill.
Ready.
On the ground, this is Smith. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, let's get them home.
They'll run it again with Smith. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Hey, echo.
49, guys. Mike.
Deep grip.
Off play action. Costello. And that will be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? Because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Coming together.
And here's Allen on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett picks up his second sack of the afternoon. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And the Falcon first down.
Ready? 10-2 saw.
Check.
Let go.
On first down, it's Smith, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Ready, break.
Mike's by four. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side.
I'm going to hit you all day.
The Falcons on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. This is Smith. And an alley to run. 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Ito Smith, 46 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game, and privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
319.
55. Hey, eat. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want that.
Back to Mixon on first down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
On second down, Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they got the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
The Bills on third down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And Robinson with a big catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
That's another Bills first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
4 down.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the fourth quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
Mike 5-5. Mike 5-5. You.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Allen going to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Mixon. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Takk McKinley. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Again, it's Smith. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
54. Here we go. Kill.
They'll run with Smith. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Come on, set. 30 base.
First down.
Watch 54. Pick it up.
Ready?
On first down, Smith. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
First down, Atlanta.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Falcons, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.